Breaking news about Shiba Inu happened today. At long last, Shytoshi Kusama has returned. Yet something peculiar has been noticed about him. On the other hand, this is somewhat stranger. Millions of Shiba Inus have been moved in under a day. A lot of people started to question if this was the start of the Shiba Inu's dream rally. Is this something specific though? For what reason am I so enthralled? Excuse me, I need to explain. Your daily dose of Shiba, wealthy coins, is here. If Shiba-related topics pique your interest, you've come to the right place. Stay ahead of the curve in the cryptocurrency business and get the scoop on all the newest news predictions by subscribing. Make sure you hit the like button to get more SAP news. The Shiba Inu's behavior today was somewhat surprising. In reaction to this concise explanation, a few people arched an eyebrow. Yet guess what? It wasn't long until it started to rise again, getting better by the day. At this point, chaos ensues. Even when you take a step back and look at the whole week, Shiba Inu is still doing rather well. Even with the small drop, it's still up about 7%. The current strength of Shiba Inu is further demonstrated by this. The energy of the neighborhood, just electric. No need to worry, the holders are calm. They view things from a different angle. When it comes to investing, they are more than just confident. The kids are overjoyed. There has been no repeat of the pump and dump scam. This is real progress stemming from those who truly believe in the future of Shiba Inu. Such conduct is obviously aggressive. Shiba Inu are multi-talented. This is preparing the way for something far bigger. There has never been a more united community. Furthermore, self-assurance is soaring. Given this behavior of Shiba Inu following a correction, one can only speculate as to what may transpire during the real breakout. But here's the catch. An authority on Shiba Inu provided an explanation of the graph's true nature. On top of that, the path ahead could appear insane at first. The sudden and precipitous drop in value of Shiba Inu, which stunned many investors, saw the breed lose over 15% of its value in only a few short hours. At one point early this week, it appeared like everything was running smoothly. We had gotten over a major snag, were making good time, and the whales were getting more active. There appeared to be a perfect storm brewing for a major breakthrough. On the other hand, the spark died. After recently peaking, Shiba Inu has since receded, and is presently circling back. A matriz Inu's present for said pissen sort slight. When terspodswin the percent thulti. An essential sector where help is needed. If this holds, it might pave the way for the next leg up. Technical indications, such as the Relative Strength Index (RSI), point to a decrease in momentum, although the bears aren't letting you know about it. This sort of reorganization is typical just before a major shift. Every strong return needs a respite, and Shiba Inu has proven time and time again that it doesn't stay down for long. Smart investors view this as an opportunity. The Shiba Inu is still more powerful now than it was a week or so ago. Residents are still doing well, and whales are regularly breaching the surface. This kind of situation keeps traders on high alert because mood shifts swiftly when this happens. A huge comeback from here might catch everyone who is now underestimating Shiba Inu off guard. It may sound absurd, but bear with me. Did you know? At long last, Shytoshi Kusama has returned. After what felt like an endless period of silence, he suddenly emerged. I must warn you though, something doesn't add up here. He didn't just come back for a "hey, I'm back" moment. He acted in an unusual way, overly analytical, perhaps too mysterious. Would you like to know more about the details? I will withhold all the information you desire until the very end of the film though. You must remain to the very finish, because I assure you that you will not want to miss this. First, listen to what the developers announced today. An ex-post by the Shibarium Updates account mentioning the legendary and almost mythical Shiba Inu creator Ryoshi shocked the whole Shiba Inu community. Just like Bitcoin's anonymous creator Satoshi Nakamoto, Ryoshi faded into oblivion in 2022, giving Shytoshi Kusama control of the network. To make sure Ryoshi's dream stays alive, Shytoshi has been a trailblazer ever since. Instead of being a mere passing illusion, this post was a poem that detailed the entire ecology of Shiba Inu. It wasn't just any poetry, though it was like a hidden roadmap. The Shiba Inu was created with the people in mind according to the article. Upcoming Shibarium Layer 3 network, the significance of bone as a structural element, and the significance of leashes as a means of seclusion. Not just a string of words, this was a message. A sign that the ecosystem is growing, Shibarium is evolving, and a much bigger event is on the horizon. The villagers became completely insane. Lucy, who spearheads Shiba Inu marketing, even chimed in to amplify the message. An indication such as this exists. More than just a nostalgic lyric, it's a sign that the band is getting ready for something big, related to the Shiba Inu price movement right now. Think of the recent decline as nothing more than background noise, a brief shakeout before the next move. Because with this kind of ecosystem growth, this kind of community engagement, and these kinds of cryptic signals left by the designers, the long-term vision becomes crystal evident. Shiba Inu aren't content to merely exist, they're getting ready for something big. Shytoshi Kusama has finally returned, which brings us to the topic of massive postings. There were whispers that he had mysteriously disappeared for what felt like an age, but now he has spoken out. Not any old message, either. This one is so cryptic that it has sent the Shiba Inu community into a tailspin. Since discussing new liquidity pools on Shibarium in February, Shytoshi has not tweeted. Following that, he stayed around sort of, just reposting items here and there. The 7th of March though, was the last day of action, under no circumstances. There have been no updates, not a single tweet. At that point the investigation started. Had he departed? Why remain silent? Did anything else happen in the background? The Shiba Inu group had to step in twice to subdue the agitated populace. At a time when many started to doubt his disappearance, Shytoshi finally speaks out. Instead of saying "I'm back," he uses a Japanese haiku. Under the same sky, spirits remain, but footprints diminish. What does it even mean at this point? It is in fact poetry. But it remains a mystery. Am I to understand that his silence does not absolve him of his observational duties? Is he attempting to inform us of some major development going on in the background? For the simple reason that Shytoshi's remarks are never random, especially if they arrive after a long time of silence. There is a lot of foreshadowing in every remark. Now we get to the strange part. May it be that this is the calm before the tempest? What if his purpose in sending this coded message is to prepare the people for something monumental? The Shiba Inu has been rising in popularity because to the dramatic changes happening in the environment. The sudden return of Shytoshi begs the question, why? This is not a coincidence. Could prices go back up? An explosion. A revelation that triggers a chain reaction. Everything else is speculation for the time being. But one thing is certain. This matters because according to past events, Shiba Inus usually raise a commotion whenever Shytoshi provides us with a clue. Now we get to the strange part. An expert stepped in at the last minute to provide a detailed explanation of how Shiba Inu may perhaps cut a few zeros from its price. At this perfect time, wouldn't you agree? Regardless of the ups and downs, expectations are rising that a substantial recovery is close at hand. Some see it as